everyone, Corrupt Carnage here, and welcome to this episode 1 of this. I guess you can kind of call it a new skill that Corrupt Carnage is trying to obtain with the last kind of 9 months of COVID. Here's, as the title of the video may suggest, I've tried to learn trading, and I've created myself an Ohanda account here, and I've given myself $50,000 as a start. And basically, the last few weeks I've just been having a go at trying to trade indices, trying to trade Forex, and I just thought I would kind of create a quick little video to see if any people would like to, go through my journey of trying to learn how to trade, because I guess with COVID, I've been lucky. I've been kind of working full time, I just basically thought I would try and do a couple of videos to, I guess, showcase what I've learnt so far. As I've said, I've created my my trading account here, my practice trading account using Ohanda, and I've got myself from 50,000 to 53,000 Australian. As you can see, I've got two open trades here, negative $8,000 on the US 30, which was a dumb trade, and I've also got another short here on the US 30, which I'm almost $3,000 in profit. But these sort of the things you kind of learn, obviously just started trading, I should say, and just trying to go through the process of, what strategies work, what strategies don't work. Obviously, trading is very, very, you can be like a technical trader, or you could be more of a news type trader. There's obviously thousands of different ways to try and trade. But I've just started a couple of weeks ago, and having a pretty good time trying to learn out how to do it using technicals, using news. I tried to short the US election, I think, the end of last week. That's why it's negative 8,000. But with Biden kind of, obviously the election hasn't been called yet. It's been called by the media, but obviously Donald Trump is not calling it for President-elect Biden. But obviously heaps of legal ramifications. So there was heaps of kind of volatility around the indices and all that type of stuff as well. And obviously a lot of this terminology. Obviously my previous videos being real life Minecraft and stuff like that, I haven't uploaded for 18 to 24 months now. So a lot of you guys are probably older. If you subscribed 10 years ago when I first uploaded my real life Minecraft video, I think in 2011, if you were 10 then, you're probably likely to be 19, 20 now. So these type of videos may be beneficial if you want to get into trading, day trading, long-term trading, or basically whatever. So I just thought I'd just do a quick video to see if you guys were interested in potentially me, doing more videos. Obviously, I'm a beginner trader. I don't really know too much. At the moment, I guess I could probably say that I'm more of a trend trader. So, for instance, here, this is the Australian ASX 200 stocks. Obviously, I'm Australian, so I generally do indices, just because I'm not really awake when the US and stuff is live because of the time differences. So I generally just trade the ASX 200 indices. And if I just go back to the absolute basics, for those people who don't know, this is a stock chart, and it basically shows on the right hand side the price of the indice, which is the ASX 200. So basically the top 200 stocks in the Australian stock exchange. And basically you can see on here, you got these little red and green, they call them candlesticks, which basically indicate what the price is doing. A green candle generally means it's going up, and a red candle means it generally goes down. This giant drop here from almost 7,155, approximately all the way down to the bottom there, that's obviously the effects of COVID. Most international markets obviously dropped with that. And since kind of March 2020, this year, it's kind of had a steady run back up. And if you look at the US 30 chart, which is basically the Dow Jones, and if I kind of zoom out here to a 1 day time frame of the candlesticks, and if I zoom right out again back to kind of the start of the year, or kind of mid last year, you'll see that kind of run up to almost 30,000. These little red at the top right of my screen, these two red, I guess your little boxes there, that's my shorts that I put on. I can get into more detail in a couple more videos if everyone wants to kind of learn a bit more. But yeah, you can kind of see that big jump down from almost 30,000 the Dow Jones was, or the US 30, which Ohanda calls it, all the way down to almost 18,000, and obviously the gradual recovery with COVID obviously affecting pretty much everything from day-to-day life, from travel to the way people lockdowns worldwide and stuff like that. The other little lines on here looks green here, but it's more of an aqua color. It probably going to come through as a blue. That blue line is basically an average of an EMA 9, which stands for exponential moving average, and basically it's just an average of the candlesticks open and close. And then the EMA 40 is the yellow line, generally a little bit lagged because obviously it uses more periods. And the EMA 100 is the red one as well. So some traders, just very, very basic, will use, if the blue line, the EMA 9, crosses the EMA 20 or the EMA 40. So it's probably hard. I'm not sure if I can draw on this. I'm actually using my screen recording on my iPad. I probably need to figure out how to use and actually draw some lines on here as well. I can do some drawing on here. There you go, drawing. So basically there we go. So as basically this blue line crosses that yellow line, generally people will put a long trade on, and this will mean that they're obviously wanting the stock price or the indices or the Forex or whatever it may be, cryptocurrency, to go up. So they'll put a long trade as soon as that crosses, and then they'll probably try and sell when it gets up here. Likewise, when that blue line, if I just zoom into this a little bit here, when that blue line then crosses the yellow line again, they'll be a little bit more bearish on it, and they'll put a short sell onto that, and obviously try and make money that way. So that's what I've been pretty much doing the last kind of few weeks. Is basically I've kind of heard of it, watching heaps of videos and doing heaps of research. The trend is your friend. So, for instance, if you would have potentially did a trade up here when that blue line crossed the yellow line, obviously with coronavirus, a lot of volatility, you probably wouldn't have put that trade on. But, you could have put it on there, and as soon as that blue line crosses that yellow line again, which is over here, you can pretty much catch that short out, and obviously that's going to be a massive win. Or if you're a pro trader, you could probably short there and maybe short there and sell there again, to take profits, and you can kind of do a trailing stop all the way down to the bottom if you were game, I guess. A lot of traders try and use what's called risk reward to try and, I guess, minimize their exposure. I haven't really gotten into that just yet, but that's something I'm trying to learn. That way, if you've got $50,000 in your trading account, and if you risk that whole amount on one trade, if it doesn't work, you've pretty much lost your whole account. So some traders might use 2%, 3% of that total value. And I guess with trading as well, I guess a lot of traders, they want to try and have heaps and heaps of small wins. The US Dow Jones, for instance, has been pretty much between 6 and 12% per annum growth year on year. So if you can get yourself 2-3% of your initial trading account, whether it be 10,000 or 2,000 or whatever, month on month over the whole year, if you assume 5%, that's 60% increase in your initial investment, which is fantastic. You've outperformed the Dow Jones, which has been pretty much, as I said, kind of 6 to 12%, pretty much since the Great Depression in 1929. It's obviously been years where it's higher and years where it's been a lot lower. Obviously, the 2008 financial crisis, GFC, was an indication. But, if you're getting 15-20% per annum increase on your initial investment, that is pretty damn good. So, you might have yourself 20 trades in a month, and if you're successful 80% of the time, which is fantastic, but if you're only successful 60% of the time, and have a risk reward of say 3 to 1, you are going to be in front. So I guess a lot of that stuff I'm still learning. It's going to be a pretty steep learning curve over the next kind of few months. Obviously, I'm just using practice money, which is fantastic, but obviously I'd like to learn not just using Ohanda, but this is just a kind of an easy way for people to join, set up. You just need a email address and a phone number. I think you have to be over 18 in Australia or 21 in the US. So if you're below those ages, you can. I think use other software as well, like Plus 500. I'm not too sure, or recommending to use them or not. But yeah, there's heaps of ways that you can basically jump on board, have a bit of practice, and see if you kind of cut out for it, because it is quite fun. And as I said, I'm learning an absolute shitload at the moment, and it has been quite good. So if you want to learn, I guess, a little bit of training, let me know. I've obviously learned a fair bit over the last few weeks, but I've only been training for a few weeks as well. So it's more of a tutorial series of how to grow, I guess, with my training skills. And we can pretty much go from there. So yeah, if you want these videos to continue, please leave a like and comment below. And yeah, I'm happy to go back to the basics in the next couple of tutorial episodes, or I guess series, to try and go through the basics, and then we can, like for instance, what a pip is, how to actually set a trade, just basically the basics, that what I had to learn in order to start trading. So as I said, this video isn't to say I've made $1 million in 3 weeks. I haven't. I've made 3,000 using fake money. And yeah, I just thought I would just kind of outline what I've kind of gone through, and hopefully guys find a little bit of, if you guys want to pursue trading, obviously, and hopefully guys enjoyed it. And yeah, and it's been, as I said, 18 months since I've uploaded a video on my channel. So I thought, as I said, if people started subscribing when they were kind of 10, 12, when the videos started coming out, I'm still getting a lot of subscribers now, and obviously a lot of, I haven't uploaded in 18 months, so I've actually lost a fair amount of subscribers. But if people want to learn how to trade, I guess use from a beginner's perspective as well, because a lot of people are, if they've got 5 years experience, they've obviously got their way they're trading, and they can go from there. But yeah, I think it would just be cool to try and have basically a beginner series out there where people can kind of learn. As I said, I've only been trading for 3 weeks, so yeah, and basically that's what I wanted to do. So anyway, guys, if you like this potential series, leave a like and put a comment below, and we can pretty much go from there. So I'm kind of thinking I'll do, if everyone wants me to do it, I'll probably do it anyway, because I guess this is probably a way I'll learn as well. If I start, I guess, trying to teach people how to trade, not really teach people, more just give people the basics, and I guess from what I've learned, because it does take a little bit of time to understand the fundamentals of trading, and yeah, whether or not you're actually doing stocks, and I'm pretty sure I need to turn drawing off in order to zoom in on the chart for whatever reason, but we can get there. This app as well, I'm not too sure if I'll just use the actual, because I generally use the MacBook to trade. So I'll probably just screen record that when I'm doing it, and just obviously do a commentary over it rather than using iPad screen recording. So hopefully it turns out pretty well. But anyway, guys, I'm Corrupt Carnage. Thank you for watching. If you want me to continue the series, leave a like and put a comment below, and I will endeavour to hopefully teach you guys how to trade, and then give it a few months, and hopefully we can trade profitably, because that'd be fantastic. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.